Are you guys ready for another comedian? Hell yeah, let's hear it with a very funny Ryan Rowe.
Hey, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. It's good to be here. I actually just got back from Minnesota, where they're really into the sport of curling. You guys are aware of curling? Yeah. Basically, you take a large rock and you slide it down a long sheet of ice. And if you land it right on the bullseye, you're still not an athlete. I don't know if you guys saw this. At the last Winter Olympics, a Russian curler got caught using steroids. And we as a curling community all asked, why? Like, there's no strength involved in that. Like, using steroids in curling is just as effective as using Diet Dr. Pepper in curling. Like, there's no difference there. You meet some interesting people, though, in the curling community. Like, I met this guy named Matt. Matt has a gold medal in curling, and he is an Xfinity technician in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. The same guy that has a gold medal is also the guy that shows up randomly between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m., plugs in your cable box, and mansplains the remote to you. But can you imagine the icebreaker that guy has? It's like, so your current cable package includes Showtime, Stars Channel, and the Olympic Channel. You ever been to the Olympics? No? Oh, you're missing out. You're missing out, man. It's hard, though, you know? It's hard seeing so many people lose. It's really... Oh, sorry. I totally forgot I was wearing my gold medal. What sport is it in? It's kind of like a chess on ice kind of thing. It requires a lot of strategy and accuracy, you know? Is it curling? Yeah, it's curling. That's what it is. I come from a big family. I'm the third child, which I think has its pros and cons. Like, a pro is that your parents are just generally more reasonable because, like, they've already had 2 tries, you know? Like, every new parent is like, I'm not going to let my kid watch Nickelodeon because it's violent. But then by the third kid, they're like, why do we do that again? They're like, oh, yeah, we were dumb. That's why. A con of being the third child is that there's almost no photographic evidence that you had a childhood. Like, there's tons of photos of the first kid, and there's tons of photos of the first and the second kid together. And then by the third kid, they're just like, film's expensive, guys. It's like, Mom, we have a digital camera. It's like, yeah, Ryan, we're just going to remember it, if that's cool. There's very few photos of me as a kid. There's only one video. It's on a VHS, and half of it is taped over by an episode of Days of Our Lives. The soap opera on NBC. It's very weird. It's like, here's Ryan. He's standing up. He's standing. I didn't murder your husband. It's like, I murdered your wife. It's like, whoa, all right. Calm down, man. Take a seat. Ryan, you stay standing. You, sir, take a seat. You know? I get a lot of weird looks from bouncers, and I think that's because I look like a 30-year-old that looks like a 15-year-old. It's not always bad, though. You know, like, I go to Applebee's, I don't get carded at the bar, and kids are free on Wednesdays, so it's kind of a win-win there. But it's either 30 or 15, like, there's no in-between. I've been an extra on 2 TV shows. The first one, I played a 15-year-old in 80s Texas. And I had no problem doing that until I got there and everyone else playing a 15-year-old was a 13-year-old. I was 22. Like, we had to take a break so they could do algebra. I just went outside and smoked some Newport Lights. I don't even smoke. I just had to remind myself I wasn't in 8th grade, you know? The second show I was on, I played a 30-year-old in 70s Texas. By the way, what about me says classic Texas? The casting director was like, I can't tell if he's young or old, but either way, he's super white. He's in. Is anyone here from Texas? No, I'm just kidding. They would have told us by now. You know. I mean, that's the thing about Texans, like they're Texans. Like, I'm from Pennsylvania. We don't call ourselves Pennsylvanians. We just call ourselves not from New Jersey. I'm from Pennsylvania. I'm from the PA suburbs. Now I live in Philly. And, suburban kids, they're just not as tough as city kids, Like, the toughest kid in my class was named Heath. And he was captain of the debate team. He hurt with words, is what I'm trying to say. But, we weren't inner city kids, I wasn't taking the subway to school. I was driven to school by my mom in a 98 Buick LeSabre. I was as tough as the word LeSabre sounds. My mom, on the other hand, she was this all-star student. She got so many awards for doing amazing things. I am definitely the participation trophy kind of guy. Like, my mom won a trophy for winning Miss Teen Minnesota. She had to beat out every woman in Minnesota. I got a bigger trophy for being in a mandatory school musical. Who did we beat? My mom won most likely to succeed in high school because she got the best grades. I won most likely to join the Peace Corps because I was least likely to find an actual job. My mom played basketball and won MVP of her conference. I played in a church league, and I got the award for most Christ-like. Because I don't know if you knew this, but Jesus sucked at basketball. Thank you guys so much. I'm Ryan Rowe. Happy Friendsgiving.